You are already too late. Everything you are experiencing right now, this voice, this image, this exact moment, happened half a second ago. You weren't there. You were never there. But Libet was only the first layer. David Eagleman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, spent years studying how the brain handles time. What he found is that your brain doesn't just delay. It actively edits. You felt this. You look at a clock and the second hand seems frozen for just a moment too long. That's not imagination. Your eyes moved. The motion created blur. Blur is useless, so your brain deleted it. And to fill the gap, it reached backward in time, grabbed the first clear image and extended it forward. Your brain rewrote the past to patch the present. It did it in milliseconds, without your knowledge, without your permission. Now ask yourself, how many times has it done that to something that mattered? Here's revelation 2. Neuroscientist Romi Nijhawan discovered that when a moving object and a stationary flash appear at the same location is where this stops being neuroscience and starts being your life. Every conversation you have ever had, you were half a second behind it. Every moment you called beautiful, you experienced it late. Every decision you believed you made freely, your brain had already made it, handed it to you, and waited for you to take credit. The person you were arguing with last week. The apology you rehearsed but never said. The moment you wish you'd been more present for. You were doing your best with a system that structurally cannot be present. Not as an excuse, as a fact. And here is the part that breaks me a little. The feeling of presence, that warm, full, alive sensation of being completely here, that feeling is also constructed, also delayed, also assembled in the dark and handed to you finished. Even the feeling of being present is a memory. In 1983, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet ran an experiment so simple it almost seemed pointless. He wired people up to brainwave monitors. He pointed them at a clock. And he said, whenever you feel like it, flick your wrist. Remember when you decided. What he found ended careers, rewrote textbooks, and quietly terrified everyone who understood what it meant. The brain began preparing to move. Decided anything. Measurably. The body moved first. The decision came second. And the conscious mind, the you, showed up last, looked around, and said, yes, I chose this. You are not making decisions. You are being informed of them. Libet's experiment has been repeated dozens of times. The gap changes slightly. The conclusion never does. Your conscious self is not the author of your life. It is the narrator, reading a story already written. We spend our entire lives chasing presence. Meditation apps, mindfulness retreats, therapists telling us to stay in the moment. But there is a problem nobody mentions. The present moment, as a thing you can actually inhabit, does not exist for you. Not because of philosophy, not because of metaphor, because of the physical architecture of your brain. Your nervous system has a processing lag. By the time any experience reaches your conscious awareness, the sound, the touch, the thought, the real event is already over. What you call now is actually a memory. A memory so fresh your brain hasn't told you it's a memory. So who are you? If every moment arrives late, if every decision is made before you make it, if memory is revised and reality is predicted and the present is a construction, where exactly are you in all of this? Maybe you are not the experience. Maybe you are the one watching the experience. Or maybe, and this is the thought I can't stop returning to, maybe the watcher is constructed too. You were never late. You were never early. You were exactly where your brain put you, half a second ago.